is up, guys? It's Rhino back here with my final AD2L video. And I have a guest here. If you want to introduce yourself,
It is the Theseus, the catfish. The
welcome,
catfish who people say catfished with a Legend 3 account that was lower than his main account. But, we'll go with it. We'll
welcome,
go with
welcome. And this is sort of like fucking, this is out of fucking nowhere. We're talking. Mango messaged me. It's like, what's the T on DH? I was like, there's no T. We're disbanding. And I sort of just went on a little bit of a rant with him, and he was agreeing with what I said. I was agreeing with what he said, and we're like, fuck it, let's make a final fucking video because this season was dog shit. Probably the worst season I've ever played in A2L. And yeah, that's basically where we're gonna start. So, I guess the first topic we have to discuss is stand-ins. And do you want to start us off, Mango? There.
Yeah, we'll kick this off with stand-ins. So, uh, it's I don't know. It's such a sticky situation to like talk about, kind of, because it seems to be kind of 50-50 in the Discord
Facts.
with
Yeah.
like how people feel about the stand-ins.
True.
I don't know, man.
They-
Like it does get kind of out of hand.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit, like,
100%.
but I don't know. I mean, like, teams like talking. So from what I'm aware, the discussion was about like if admins should have the final say in whether a sub is allowed or
Yeah.
a certain stand-in is allowed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like that should just be between the teams. If one team is okay with the other stand-in, why should the admins care?
100%. I also think like it's definitely sticky, right? Like it's definitely just a conversation where there's gonna be a lot of fucking opinions. But I think two things need to happen, right? The person that's standing in needs to be within I think like at least a fucking rank of the person they're standing in for. Like if you have a
100%.
legend 5, you can't just go pick an agent 5 just because you're an intermediate. I think that's
Yeah.
straight bullshit. And if they can't find a stand-in, that's tough. They have to fucking, in my opinion, forfeit that series.
Yep.
And AD2L is on Thursdays. I think that's a major thing. Like AD2L is
Yep.
on Thursdays. If you cannot play on Thursdays, please do not play AD2L. It's just that simple.
And
Like,
I think it's worth mentioning that I don't feel like a team should ever have to say, unless they have more than two players that can't play. But I don't think a team should ever be able to say that they can't find a stand-in,
yeah,
because you could literally type into the fucking Discord and be like, "Yo, we need a stand-in at this rank," and you'll get someone.
instantly.
They might be fucking dog shit. They might be snow,
You'll get to
but
play
you'll
the
get
series.
someone.
Yeah, you'll get to play the fucking series. It's
Yeah.
that simple. And I think there's so Juke did a pretty bad job of defending himself in the Discord because I really don't think he gives a fuck about what the Discord thinks about
Yeah, no,
him or
I could definitely
DH.
tell that he kind of just doesn't care anymore,
He doesn't
and
care.
I respect it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and defend Juke for Juke because I feel like Juke does not care. So what happened with the Grin series and why we did not play Grin, it's not because we rule books them. It's not because any of that. We've rescheduled with Grin 4 times across 2 different leagues, A2L and PAC, right? 4 different times. Juke's grandfather's in the hospital, right? So he couldn't really play except if it was on that Thursday, right?
Yep.
And we as a team did not want to play Dota anymore. So like a lot of things happened to where we were going to play on that Thursday. We made it sure we played on that Thursday. I think one of our other teammates could not play on Tuesday. So it was just like, bro, we're not going to find a stand-in. If Grim wants to play on Thursday, we're down to play on Thursday. Let's get it happening. And that's A2L. So when you guys just demolished Juke in the chat and DH in the chat, like, we're dodging Grin. No, we're not dodging Grin. Matter of fact, we beat Grin in PAC. Like, a lot of people just did not understand. Like, we beat Grin in PAC. We're not dodging Grim. Like, we did not dodge at all. I have a lot of respect for Bry Guy, but that's just a fact. There was also no reason for him to bring it in Dota 2 chat. Like,
Yeah, no, that was childish.
There was
kind of
zero
that.
reason.
It should have been kept between between the teams and the admins.
exactly.
That's strictly where it should have been kept between. Bringing it into general chat like that was just petty.
It was
And then the
extremely-
personal attacks on Juke, that was the pettiest shit I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
it was awful.
Juke don't deserve that shit.
He's an upstanding member of the community. He literally probably has one of the best reputations in all of AD2L. And
He literally does.
it's
Like
just
me and
crazy.
him had some arguments earlier in the season. I even ended up blocking him but I've unblocked him, and me and him have kind of spoken since. And I still respect that guy 100%. He's still one of my favorite, and I think one of the most upstanding people in all of like this community. So
Exactly.
for those
Exactly.
personal attacks on him, just because his grandpa's in the hospital and he's not able to reschedule for you because you can't make the Thursday that has been set in AD2L for
For
years.
years, and you when you go to ATL, you agree you play on Thursdays. If you can't play on Thursdays, then maybe the other captain can reschedule. Maybe that's a maybe. We're not forced to
Yeah,
reschedule, and therefore
yeah.
we took the forfeit.
There's no obligations for you to reschedule. That has been in
Exactly.
the rules. That has been set in stone for a very long time.
And when this happened, when I said, I think I vividly said stop talking about it in Dota 2. I'm not saying you're like you guys can't talk it out, but there's no reason to talk about it when it's already been done and said. Like I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck what Mozart says. I don't give a fuck what Fireman says. I actually just don't give a fuck what anyone says that's not Juke or Bry Guy, because that's at the end of the day, or an admin. At the end of the day, nothing you guys say can fix the situation. You're just making it worse. Just drop it. It's that
yeah.
simple. And
Yeah,
and
that's. I will say I was in that subject, and I think pretty much what I said was along the lines of like, if my team were to make the finals, I just want to know that we're playing the best possible team we are.
yeah,
And that's not me like making a knock on either of you guys. That's just me saying I would have preferred to see y'all play, but
hundred
if you
percent,
couldn't, then that's
100%.
that the shit happens. Like
We
this isn't TI10.
yeah.
Like our livelihoods and our careers aren't on the line. This is a hobby.
I
This is
think I mean, in my honest opinion, I think at that time, probably at the last 2 weeks, DH as a team has dropped in skill insanely. We've been using stand-ins every fucking week. JR barely plays. I barely play. Juke literally can't play. So it's just like at that point, in my opinion, we probably should have just said, Grain, go ahead and play. But we also at the same time want to stand behind Juke. Like we don't want like I think this was pivotal A12 moment where if we say we can play on Tuesday and the league's on Thursday, it's just like it's just bullshit in my opinion. It's more principle than anything. And I think Grin's gonna play their own finals against Shakir O'Neal some other time, so that'll be interesting. But moving on. The announcement about the admins, the AD2L admins. I think Dopes 32 or Dops 32 and Dr. Geo, which I have no problem with either of those guys. I have zero problem with any of those guys. But I think there have been two or three people, and I include myself in this, so I could be a little bit biased, that have gone against AD2L for so long. I think I've been playing AD2L since I was a kid, like literally since I was in fucking middle school. And I've always had certain issues with AD2L. I did put in my fucking officer, resume or application or whatever. They said they're taking under advisement. Obviously, I'll never be able to admin with Mad Max because we disagree on a lot of shit. But I think if someone is agreeing with you on every single thing, they're not good admins. I'm sorry. Like, they're not good admins. We're not going to see anything change in this league for an extremely long time. When I admin Zoo, I made sure I had admins that literally just did not agree with me. Me and Juke, it's crazy we're on a team together, but we don't agree on a lot of shit. Like a lot of
Yep.
just core shit. Like we handle shit differently, and I think that's why that's why I made an admin. Or we created Zoo V2, which lasted a month, but it wasn't in house. It wasn't a
Yeah.
league, so
Yeah,
um,
I was admin, but I didn't do shit, so nobody remembers.
yeah.
So
You
I
did the
just didn't
graphical
do any
shit. You did the
admin.
graphical and the web
Yeah,
shit. You're our web guy.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that's interesting choices for Mad Max. And I guess our next topic is the playoff decisions. There's been a fuck ton of mishaps in AHL for the playoffs decisions. Mangoe, we were talking about it before. The insane chaos thing three seasons ago. The WSS thing this season. The replay. The big thing is the fucking replay. The stand-in drama behind the scenes. So what a lot of you guys don't know is Mozart literally declined like 3 of our stand-ins for some reason. Like Tech 9 was one of them, which I'm pretty sure Tech 9 didn't he play in intermediate last season or something?
Yeah, he was literally an intermediate.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how someone like this guy has what like 2 divines on his team or some shit. I think we have maybe 1. And he denied. I don't even think. I'm not sure if Tech 9's divine or not, but He literally declined Tech Nine, so we had to get pulled two stand-ins like literally last minute. So that's why he said I quote unquote bitched out. I was only gonna play if we couldn't find someone else. Like
Yeah.
I haven't played Dota and literally I was only logging in for officials. I played one warm up match. I was trash. I was like, bro, I'll play but if we can find another person, that's probably 10 times better. So I didn't quote unquote bitch out. That's I mean, if anything, I would if I was at my peak, I'd love to play Jakir O'Neal. And I honestly think if DH had our official roster and we were all playing, it'd be some competitive games. But what's your stance on it, Mango? I'll let you talk. I know I've been ranting.
Yeah. Um, I think that they had kind of clear-cut intentions with how they were declining your stand-ins. I think that they knew the situation that they were in, and they wanted. I think they were kind of wanting to be a little petty about it, and I think they accomplished that. Um, really, I don't know, like admins allowing stuff like that to happen and just add the admins ruling onto like DH especially throughout the season. Definitely, I can tell attributed to you guys just not wanting to play Dota.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And so like I don't know, it's just like shit like that where admins are allowing teams to like just like fuck up the stand-ins and stuff like that and just making shit decisions, kicking Sleepy.
Yeah, that's another topic. That's another great fucking leeway to I guess our the sleepy topic. So who you said who banned sleepy?
Well, I mean, just AD2L, just like how they, how they made a huge ordeal out of it, and they were pushing to get Sleepy removed, and eventually, from what I'm aware, JUKE ended up just remove. You guys just kind of decided that Sleepy wouldn't play, correct? Or
No,
do you mean the ban? You mean the ban
the
from the
band, the
Discord?
band, correct? Yeah, the
So
band.
that was from Jamie, I believe.
Interesting.
And I've voiced it in this Discord. I will say I don't dislike Jamie. I think Jamie can be pretty cool, but I think that the decision to ban Sleepy from the Discord was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
I don't think that Sleepy did anything wrong. I think he said something that I know. I think he was just kind of like Jamie said something that was like kind of like not true. And Sleepy was like, well, here's the evidence that shows that what you just said is false. And then Jamie banned him.
yeah,
Or
it's
kicked him, and then Sleepy came back on a different account and was like, "Why'd you ban me?"
yeah, it's definitely just fucking weird to me. Like Sleepy's been in this community for like 3, 4 seasons, from what I understand, and there are a lot more annoying dudes, in my opinion, than Sleepy. Sleepy will come in, do the average troll. He'll come in, he'll question, the authority, just like I do, and basically just say RSL is better, which in 90% of this league, 100% thinks RSL is better. Can A12 get there? 100%. But RD12 is just a more stable league than AD12. AD12 literally, there's a reason why AD12 teams disband after every season. Like
Yeah,
every season, I can't name like one team that has stuck together past maybe 2 seasons of AD12, at least at the intermediate level.
yeah,
It's very extremely rare. It's extremely rare. Now RD12, literally, I've seen RD12 teams, come over to AD12 and play a season. You know what I mean? Look at
yeah,
the Sparkles, Snow's Divine team. Like they love Jordan. They love playing with each other. AD12, we get to pick our players. We literally get to pick a team around us, and literally we're still all disbanding. There's a reason. AD12 does not have stability, and it's tough. It just definitely shows. And with this town hall that you're mentioning, which I actually remember you saying ASO should do. Um, what's your opinion on that? What do you think it's going to go down there?
um, I think it'll help with some decisions. I think. Oh, I guess I should say I hope. I hope that the admins empower the captains. And I proposed this a few seasons ago to where I don't think that there should be one or two people making the decisions for all the teams, especially the teams that like they're not even playing on or like that are in just different leagues where they're different situations that they don't understand because they're not playing in it. I think that it should be the captains who are playing in it and understand the scenarios and the situations Just like I remember making the comparison to like the NBA or NFL and stuff like that, where pretty much every major decision that's made in the leagues are voted upon by the owners.
100%. Yeah.
That's because they understand what's going on. For someone, if they went and like had Roger Goodell making all the decisions, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He doesn't know how those players feel. He doesn't know what's going on between them.
100%.
That's why these I think these captains should be making the decisions, and I hope that the admins give them leeway and allow them to actually go through with whatever unanimous decisions that they make,
Yeah.
because it'll just be overall better when you have a democratic decision, or at least I guess you could call it like a republic, uh, whatever, kind of like how the U.S. has fucking electoral college
Yeah.
or whatever.
Checks
It'd be
and
kind of like an
balances and shit.
electoral, exactly. If you at least have something like that, you at least have a majority popular decision where a majority of the people are going to be happy. Whereas you have decisions like the replay with SS and Kobolds, where I think 99% of the players in the league were unhappy with the decision, and the 1% were the 5 players of Savage Sabers.
And they got
Like,
fucking bopped.
they got bullied
Yeah.
hard. It was
It's
worse than that Hexseed series,
just
way
yeah.
worse.
It's just certain things need to be changed throughout the league, and I think empower the players. Like it seems whenever I go in A2L, it just seems like the admins have this overwhelming force, and maybe like a couple suggestions, like a captain's quarrel, like sort of like a every season, captains. First off, the captain channel should have been created years ago. I don't know why
Yeah,
that shit's just getting implemented now, but the captain channel should have been implemented years ago, and things need to be put to a vote to captains. The only thing
yep,
admins should be doing is monitoring Discord and
yep,
the site. I don't like
yep.
admins should not be making fucking series calls, stand-in calls, nothing like that. Like
Yeah,
literally,
no,
admins are deluded.
like a decision to literally push back the fucking Archon League or Contender League a whole fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a yikes for
It's a
everybody.
mega yikes. There needs to be like a captain. Pick like 3 or 4 captains. You know what I mean? If someone wants to do it, pick 3 or 4 captains from every league and put them
Yep,
up into like a channel and say, hey, you guys can make decisions on this league. You play in the league, you can make decisions on the league. Mad Max has been playing intermediate. I cannot name one fucking season I've seen this dude pass round one. He should not be making any decisions. It's insane to me. Dobbs, maybe. Dobbs, she's proved herself. She's proved herself. She can make decisions.
yep,
Geo, he's a super cool guy. I'm pretty sure he's AHL champion. He can make decisions also. But the fact that certain people aren't playing in the league or like in the Discord or literally in getting the tea on certain teams or like not even known by some teams. Like the admins aren't even known by some teams. It just blows my mind.
yep.
Um, and that's just some things ATL can do to maybe fix the league. I think a lot of people. It's insane to me that there's been this much drama in a league where it's just so simple. It's just obvious what you should do.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I agree. I agree that I think the decision should be quite clear cut. And I think, and I like I said, I think and I hope that they are making those decisions going forward. I hope things change, because I'd like to see AD2L succeed. I wanna see AD2L become the big biz in the amateur scene.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
want to, because I've been here since I think season 7. I've been here for a hot minute. Like,
It's there. It's on the. There's a slot open for it, so 100%. And this
yeah,
Aegis League is huge. That's fucking huge because no one gave a fuck about heroic for the past since I've started. No one gave a fuck. Like
yep,
literally, I think there was one team that was just bodying heroic for the past like 10 seasons. And Aegis is going to change everything. They have a decent prize pool. They have Crasharoni, which has been involved in multiple successful leagues. That's huge. Now, if we can just bring that production down to the intermediate, fucking divine, contender Archon level, that would be huge. I also think the leading Archon would be. I mean, I haven't played an Archon, but in my opinion, Archon is. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. But maybe not deleting it. I think they had 8 teams, so the Archon's huge too. Uh,
yeah,
but yeah, in my opinion, having Also, having a content creator as an admin would be massive for this league. I think in the age of social media and fucking Twitch and Instagram and fucking YouTube, having someone that constantly puts out content for whatever league is massive. All right, because they're trying to crowdsource content, which is also huge. But having someone that can tell the casters, "Hey, this is the match that needs to be cast. This
Yeah.
match has to be cast." A lot, you'll get more viewers. This match just has to be cast. There's certain storylines that can be played for AD2L's benefit, and I think they should let those storylines play out. Um, yeah, that's my final take. What about you, Mango? Are you?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with everything you just said. Uh, I don't have any, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say on that subject.
Yeah, and 100%. And to just go off of this wasn't like an echo chamber. Me and Mango disagree on a lot. I disagree with everyone on a lot of things, and
Yeah.
the fact that not only me and Juke, but me and Mango are coming and saying like this is what needs to happen if ATL wants to grow. ATL wants to become a successful league. We just implemented it out for you. We just said it because if you say it in Dota 2 chat, you get interrupted by these fucking idiots that are actually just trash and clowns. So I had to make a video. This is my final video. If ATL implements this shit, they will be huge. If they don't, then we'll see the digression of AD2L. And I think AD2L coming out with another league that puts AD2L like in competition, like puts intermediate is in competition with intermediate, in competition with divine. I don't know if they're in competition with contender, but if AD2L wants to broadcast a Legend 5 and down league where no one will fucking watch because that is shit Dota, then go by all means go ahead. But AD2L will be in direct competition with intermediate and divine. So hopefully this fucking puts makes Seth and Mad Max do something. Fuck, do
Yeah.
something, anything. That's not what you're because the meme is at playoff time AD2L becomes a shit show, and you guys did not fail this season. It became an absolute shit show. There without fail. It happens every season. Every season, some controversial call. I think when I played on Cosmics, it was or not Cosmics, was that Villains. Uh,
Hmm.
Kicking our one player was just absolutely controversial. He was Ancient One for a day. Went back to Legend 5 after our series, and we had to find a stand and switch all our fucking positions. It was absolute bullshit. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, that's
Ruined our run and everything. Weren't
exactly.
we like the top team in the regular
We were
season?
undefeated. We were actually undefeated. And it's just actual bullshit. But
Yeah.
that's all I have
Yeah,
to
and I
say.
remember that was actually what caused me to propose that rule. That's that allowing players to rank up.
Yeah,
Because I do think that there should be some sort of leeway that allows a player to rank up after the fact.
agreed. Yeah, I agree.
But but yeah, the fact that there's a possibility of someone that if you go from like 4K to like 5K high divine 5 or something like
Yeah,
that,
in a season,
then yeah, no,
that's
that's kind of a
nuts.
yeah, that's very different than fucking Framer going from Legend 5 to Ancient
Ancient
1.
One, yeah.
Literally has only rank up the whole season, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's nuts. It's actually nuts, and that rule should still be implemented. Just it needs to be changed a little bit. Changed to
Yeah.
where I don't want to be Legend 5 in contender facing against an Ancient 5 mid because that's like fucking like at least 900 MMR in between us, and that's just
Yeah,
insane. Like they will get
exactly.
bodied, and that's in the rules because 2 weeks they can start leveling up in 2 weeks. So I can basically sandbag for 2 weeks, not play any Dota. Basically what VS did in Pack, lose all my lose literally every fucking regular season game, and just bop in playoffs and be fine. Granted, they
Yep.
had four divines somehow, but that's another video. Pack is a whole different thing. But yeah, that's gonna end it here. You have any closing words? If not, we'll end it. Mango.
No, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, let's I will say that there's some stuff in the works for AD2L that I'll probably be involved in that I'm hoping will improve the league and bring more good reputation to the league. But we'll all find out about it very soon,
Can they still
and
sign up for
we'll see how
the
it goes.
Haunted Coliseum thing?
I canceled the Haunted Coliseum.
Oh wow, okay.
I think it was just bad timing a day after the finals. Because at first, when I kind of was planning it, it was like most teams rescheduled the finals game, and then like 3 of the 4 leagues ended up actually having their finals on the right day.
Yeah,
So so at that point, I was like, a lot of teams aren't going to want to play, especially with how many teams played the semifinals and then the finals in the same week.
yeah,
I was like, a lot of teams aren't going to want to play the very next day, do a little mini tournament for a few hours. So, what it's looking like is I might actually switch it up to a sort of dire tide, uh,
that'd be
to
badass.
where players actually just like queue up into random games and their individual scores are weighed in a little bracket against each other, and top players, top scores and whatnot win. So
Yeah, that'd be
that's
badass.
that's what it's looking like. Gonna definitely gonna push it back a little way, but Dire Tide's a pretty dope mode. I think definitely one of the best things that Valve's done in a long time. Then they kind of ruined it with the whole fucking key thing.
Yeah,
I hate that
100%.
concept so much. Fucking buying keys for chests that you earn.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely like some paid like some weird shit that Valve doesn't really do. Like some
Yeah,
EA shit. But
exactly. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Some EA shit.
that's gonna be it for me. Mango, thank you for joining me. Or Theseus, I'm sorry I called you Mango this whole podcast.
I
I'm
don't care.
so used to the Mango. Um,
Yeah.
but
No,
yeah,
I'm probably still gonna go by Mango. The Theseus was just a one time
one
thing.
time thing. Got you, got you. Uh, that's it. That's it for me. And Mango, thank you for joining me. And hopefully, stay tuned for this Dire Tide event that Mango's putting on. And hopefully it saves AD2L. Uh,
Hopefully.
and yeah,
Well, yeah, we'll see. Peace out, Rhino. Thanks for having me.
later, man. GG's.
Later, man. Gee.